right. So here we are, and welcome to our magical moon ritual ceremony for the new moon in Aquarius. And theoretically speaking, from what all the astrologers are literally shouting off on the rooftops, that this particular new moon energy is actually the most powerful moon energy we are going to have for the entire year. The entire year, not just in reference to like just this month or just the next couple of months, but the entire year. This new moon is literally going to set the energy for what's to come for us as we move forward, not just for 2021, but believe it or not, this energy is going to reflect into 2022 and 2023. Yes.
Wow. That's
how
incredible. That's yeah.
That's how powerful this new moon is. And what strikes me really funny, and it's really not funny at all, I have a very warped sense of humor, you'll figure that out shortly, is because...
I think we'll get along brilliantly.
Yeah, because this energy is that strong and is going really to take us into the next 3 years, so to speak. I noticed that there's a lot of people coming down with quote unquote colds or flu-like symptoms, or just a lot of body aches. And one thing about me, my belief system is, which I'm actually going to do a live about this at a different time, but my belief system is there is no such thing as colds, flus, and fevers. And what I mean by that is when we really connect with our body, when our body is not in perfect alignment, what may very well show up are what I like to call symptoms that are connected to our emotions that start to boil up and show up as, let's say, body aches, flu-like symptoms, fevers, and colds. Now I have it right here. Let's see if I don't knock down my whole shelf.
Let's not,
Yeah, not tonight. I have this
no need to rearrange.
Exactly. Maybe so, because it is new moon. I have this amazing book. It's by Lisa Baru.
Okay.
And it's called Your Body's Telling You. Love Yourself.
Oh.
And there are over, she doesn't even have the amount of it, but there are over, I'm going to say over 50 different type of symptoms that she gives explanations to based on metaphysical causes of illness and disease and physical discomforts. So from my point of view, after reading this, and also based on my own beliefs, it made perfect sense to me when people might indicate that they have a cold, or they have flu-like symptoms, or they have fever. I always like to get to the bottom line, to bottom cause, the root cause of like, okay, so what's going on in one's life that's bringing this up? And the reason why I share this information here in the new moon magical ritual is because our moon energy, new moon and full moon, especially this particular moon, because it's so energizing and so powerful, it's going to interact and bring up to a boil our emotions. Okay. Because the moon itself is connected to our emotions. So if in fact there's an emotion that needs to be dealt with, but we sort of want to keep pushing it under the carpet,
yeah,
it's going to come to the surface during a new moon or full moon and cause havoc, such as the body aches, the headaches, even the fever for that matter, because it's our body's way of saying you're not in line, your emotions are out of alignment, and you need to connect with it to figure out what's going on. The average person looks at it as, well, they got a cold, they don't feel well, they've been fighting some sort of bug. And the reality of it all is the only bug they're fighting is the emotion that they keep sort of shoving in under the carpet.
Yeah, I personally have experienced things, especially like pain in my body, where once I sort of got past I'm in pain, because I find it often like short circuits your brain, is okay, where is the pain? And I took a essential oil and chakra class um a while back, and so then I always try to go back and look at the notes from there, and it's like, oh, so something's going on with this. And so quite often I end up getting shoulder pain, and it's when I haven't, really been speaking my truth, if you will, or expressing my opinion, because maybe I have to hold my tongue about something, or
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
and that starts manifesting as like neck and shoulder pain.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's a perfect example, as you just said, that you go and look back on your notes on the essential oils and the chakras. Because again, the
Yeah.
chakra system, the 7 primary ones anyway, there's 114 of them, but most healers use 7. And each one of those chakra points is associated with a body part and an emotion.
Yep.
And when we think about, as you said, the shoulders, to take it one step deeper, when we think about the back of the body, such as our shoulders, or let's
Hmm.
say the lower part of the back, or our buttocks, the behind part of us, that's things relating to the past.
Ah.
When we think about the front of our body, such as if we're feeling tension in the head, sore
Hmm.
throat, chest pain, the hips, anything in front of us, those are things that's going on right now in the present.
Huh. I hadn't heard that association before. That's very interesting.
I'm gonna share one more as well. When we talk about right and left side, the right side of the body represents the masculine energy. Now, the masculine can be one of two things. It could be the masculine in reference to like it's male energy that that might be associated to whatever discomfort you have going on, or the action that we're not taking in the present, or the action we didn't take in the past. And then to flip it
Uh,
over to the left side is the feminine energy of either it could be a feminine person, a woman, if not yourself, that could be connected to whatever's going on. And also the feminine is about the intentions. How well are we asking for help? And how well are
right.
we receiving help? So when we start to really look at all of the connections and what the actual symptoms are, and we
Hmm.
really start to analyze it, we really can start connecting the dots and get a better understanding to, oh, this is what's going on. And then when you understand what's going on, then you can get a solution, such as using the essential oils to help whatever's going on.
And they totally helped. I'll tell you what.
Yes. Getting aligned with the chakras, so allowing yourself to meditate and find some way of a solution, so to speak. And before you
Yeah.
know it, the symptom that we were complaining about starts to subside.
Yeah.
But that
Yeah.
also means having to do the actual work. And sometimes we don't want to.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. Not wanting to do the work. What?
Exactly. Because it's easier to turn around and say they have a cold and to excuse themselves so they can go rest. And the way I see it is resting is great because it gives you a chance to shut down and not think about anything. But the bigger picture is you're not resolving what the symptoms are, and it's going to show up again until it gets resolved.
Yep. Yeah, I can see that. Sometimes I also take it as my body's telling me to go rest, so I need to go rest.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. We're not going to take that away. No, we do need to rest. Like when it's to the point where it's like, okay, I need to just rest because I just can't do this right now, then you go rest. So yeah, we're not going to take away the rest part. That's important. But
Yeah.
bringing it back into the ritual and the moon, and based on just my experience of working with so many different people and just really finding it very coincidental, and I don't use that word often, that because of the energy of this moon, and this moon is actually in what we call Aquarius energy, and it's one of the 6 planets that is in Aquarius energy right now. And Aquarius is all about the intellect, the logic, the thinking, the overthinking, the brainstorming. So thoughts are going to surface. The subconscious and unconscious thoughts are going to sort of wave up because it's looking for our attention. And again, like we said, the moon is connected to our emotions. And depending on what each person's moon sign is then going to determine what it's actually relevant to. So, for example, what do you know your moon sign?
I don't.
Oh,
I'm a Leo.
That's your sun sign, yes?
Yep.
Okay. Well, just an FYI, because again, we are also in Aquarius sun sign, it's your opposition sign.
Okay. And Aquarius is my opposition, right?
Yes, that's
I
what
recall
I'm saying.
correctly.
Yes.
From Kendall the other day.
Yeah. Oh, did you watch you watched the show? Yes. That's why
I did. Yes.
That's why you're getting a complimentary Reiki session. That's correct.
Yes. Which was funny enough because that's the card I was drawn to as well. Get a Reiki session.
Oh, that's so funny. So yeah, so obviously you need it. You obviously need it. Yes. Yeah, so that is your opposition sign. So my suggestion for you is when we're done with the Zoom session tonight, all you need to do is go over to, it's called astro.com.
Yep.
ASTRO.com.
Yep.
Plug in all your information that it asks for.
Okay.
It will give you this really pretty natal chart. Really pretty. So pretty. And if you're like me, you're going to look at it and be like, well, at least when I saw it many years back, when I first saw it, I'm like, oh, this is so pretty. Huh?
What am I supposed to do with this information?
Exactly. So once you do see it, take a snapshot of it, send it to me.
Okay.
And I'll sort of guide you to what's what on that chart. What it means.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
yes,
definitely.
I can send that along.
So here we have our new moon in Aquarius energy. And in regards to new moon, what do you know about full moon and new moon? Do you know anything?
A bit. In this year, I'm actually, one of the things I want to do is get to know more about the energies of the new moon and full moon, and what one is like manifesting and the other is releasing. Is it new moon to manifest, full moon to release?
Yes, and yes, and yes.
And I'm sure there's a boatload of other stuff that goes along with it, which is one of the reasons why I want to learn more.
Exactly.
And hopefully get my own ceremonies for the new and the full moons going. And so the fact that this session this evening just kind of fell in my lap by happenstance from other things that I watched with you, I was like, you know what? I think, yes, I should do this.
There you go. There you go. So let me explain to you in regards to new moon and full moon. Now, from my perspective, full moon is a combination of both, where you are definitely releasing out. Based on many healers who I've worked with in the past, plus my own point of view, is anytime we want to release something, we definitely want to bring something in to replace, there you go, replace the energy from what you release. Otherwise, when you're releasing something, you leave this big open space that subconsciously, unless you refill it with something you want, subconsciously you're going to refill it with what you released, because there's a big open space.
So you have to plug the hole.
Yes, exactly. So whatever it is you're looking to release on a full moon energy, in that same energy, you also want to set an intention to what you like to replace it with. So if hypothetically we're
Okay.
looking to release negative energy surrounding our body, then we want to say, okay, so what do we want to replace it with? And that's the focus of what we're looking to do on that full moon. Now, the same concept, very different for new moon. New moon energy is really about setting the new intentions, like literally planting the seed and saying over the next 28 days, because that's the time frame to when our next new moon is. Over the next 28 days, my intention is to do this. Now, most of the time, what I recommend when we do our rituals is we come in with a whole bunch of different things, I'm going to say the number I'm hearing right now is 10. 10 different intentions you want this new moon to focus on. Now, out of the 10, you're going to take 3 of them and literally get laser focus on those 3. And out of 3 of those, what you're going to do is the first week, so theoretically this week from today, which is Thursday, through next Thursday, you're going to focus on all 3 of those intentions by visualizing it, taking what you visualize and journaling about it, and doing that for 7 days, all 3 of them. Once you hit the second week, you're going to now take the 3 of them and you're going to eliminate 1 of them. And do the same thing for the 2. And then you're going to do the third week, you're going to eliminate 2 of them and only focus on 1 for the entire week, which is usually the one that you really want to manifest. Gotcha. And when you have that intention, it's to the point where you're spending, I like to say, twice a day in that visualization. And I mean, if you can, twice a day, journaling it as well. Because when you're in that space of visualizing, you're also raising your vibration to create it. And keeping your vibration in a high frequency so you can create it. Because what tends to happen for many of us, if not all of us, is life takes over, things happen, and our frequency sort of drops. And when the frequency drops, it takes us out of the alignment of the thing we're looking to create because our frequency is not where we needs to be to have it. Which is why it's so important to always remind ourselves, I need to be in a high frequency. And to almost get to that point where saying to yourself, when I feel my energy go low, I got to get it back up. This way here, the body itself won't show up with the physical symptoms, the colds, the body aches, and etc., because you're going to be in alignment to what serves you. Does that make sense?
It does. Yes.
So when we really think about it, between the full moon and the new moon, we're always in the process of creating. You know, and when we're in that process of creating, it's almost to the point where it's like, we don't have time to be in that low frequency energy because we're always creating. But what ends up happening for us is because we do have those lows, it delays the creation. So in 28 days from now, whatever it is you're looking to blossom, based on whatever's taking place over that 28-day period, you might sit back and say, and then on that 28th day, you're back to writing that same thing because it has not blossomed because of the dips. And that's, as I've witnessed many times for myself and even for others, it gets frustrating because we want things to happen and we sit back and say, well, why is this not happening? Because our vibration drops. And when the vibration drops, we're no longer in that match. So there's something I want you just to listen to for a minute, and then if you want to write it down, you can. And that is, and this is a universe's quote. It's not mine. The universe is actually asking and sort of observing each and every one of us and saying, is Tracy in the frequency to matching what I'm about to give her? I'm going to repeat that again. The universe is asking, is Tracy in the frequency of matching what I'm about to give her? Now, if Tracy's frequency is 99%, but what the universe has to give you is 100%, you're not in the frequency of matching what the universe has to give you. So you don't get it. Universe can't give it to you because you're no longer in that frequency. That's why it's so important to make sure we're at that 100% frequency of always being ready and acting as though the thing we're looking to have, we already have it. It's like being a child and pretending. And that's the magical part of it all. It's like pretending. And it's not like you're pretending all day long. You might take 10 minutes out of your day and sit and imagine what it would feel like to have that one thing you want to create. And with that being said, what is the one thing you would like to set your intentions on for tonight with this amazing new moon to bring in? And of course, it's the one thing, but there'll be a list of things that you're going to be focusing on. I'm going to give you some time to do that. But I really just want to set the intention on that one thing for tonight, because this moon is so damn powerful and it's going to take us into 2023. I'm hoping your intention is really big. So what is that intention?
Well, I'm torn between really digging in and doing something with my shortbread business and getting a far better job.
Okay, so let me make sure I understand. So there's a shortbread business, which is yours, that you're looking to create, correct?
Yep.
And then
it's side hustle, if you will.
Well, I was going to eliminate that part.
I would like it to be a full-time hustle.
That's why I was eliminating it. And then there's a job.
Yes.
That's a 9 to 5, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to give you my philosophy, my belief. I mean, if you've been following me, you probably already heard this a dozen times over. Every one of us are on Earth, have been reincarnated in this lifetime, because every one of us has a unique, authentic purpose to bring to the table. Every one of us, and I sometimes, laugh about this statement because I sit back and say, how would this even work? But this is the statement. Every one of us are really supposed to work for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So again, in reference to the intention you have, what I'm going to actually give you space to do and permission to do, because probably nobody has, is to really get super clear to what that intention looks like regarding your, and you called it a bread business?
Shortbread, like
shortbread.
cookies.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So what that shortbread business really looks like for you, and it not being a part-time hustle, it being and you know what? I'm not going to put words in your mouth. I'm going to have you describe what your shortbread purpose looks like and feels like to you. Close your eyes for a moment. And when you can actually see it and feel it, I want you to talk about it as though it's already taken place.
Well, I've visualized this actually quite a bit. Right now it seems a little fuzzy when having my eyes closed, but um
You're welcome to
having my
open up your
own,
eyes if you like.
yeah, well, even right now I feel like I'm just fuzzy in general, very unfocused, very mm, not connected, if you will. And so, oh, sorry. Hmm,
It's all right. That's what this is all
Um,
about.
yeah. Um, well, and it's funny too because every time I think about it, I get all teary and upset, but not in a bad way. Um, so anyway, it's I would have a shop, an actual brick and mortar shop that people can come in and get their treats. And not only would I have shortbread, but I would have other goodies there, not like a full-blown bakery. Um, but pretty much other things that I just want to try my hand at making and making people happy through the food that I produce.
Nice. And what is the title or the business name?
Auntie's Delectable Delights.
Nice. 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 So
Yeah,
again,
and it's fun and festive and has this real kind of light, whimsical, childlike feel to it almost.
excellent. 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 And now, how soon can you see yourself manifesting that?
Probably 24 to 36 months.
So you're looking at 2 to 3 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, what would you say if we played a little bit and we focused on what's called collapsing time? And what that actually
Okay.
means is rather than having the expectation that this business plan that you have is going to take you 2 to 3 years to start up, because that's just a mindset,
Yep.
you can actually start this up as soon as I'm hearing 14 days.
What?
Yep. Why not? Why not?
Well, I'm not opposed to anything because I'm open to everything.
Yes, yes. And again, it's a mindset that we have where it's like our mind is programmed to believe that certain things take a certain amount of time for it to happen. And because theoretically, one second. Okay. That's weird that it's given me a time schedule. There's only one of you here, and usually I have unlimited source of time, so that's weird. Anyway.
Oh, alrighty.
Yeah, usually I get an hour when I have one person. I usually get 45 minutes with more than one. But anyway, we'll get into the root of this, and we have about, what is it saying? Remaining time, 38 seconds? Interesting. All right, anyway. So anyway, in reference to our mindset and how we're programmed is that we believe when something is big, it's going to take longer to manifest. So it's just a matter of saying and visualizing and being in that vibration. So what we're going to do, a part of in the session today, and then probably on your own, is to write down everything that you would need to do to bring this business into manifestation. Now, your only part of it is to write the list out. The how and the when and the
Okay.
why is up to the universe. And that's pretty much what you're going to do. You're going to get super clear to what your business looks like. You already have the name. You already have the emotions to what you want the customers to feel like when they're coming into your store. So you're going to get super clear. and writing it down. And each time you spend in your visualization and then you go to write, you're going to add more to your writing as though it's already happening. So then the universe has to match it. And then before you know it, you will literally be looking at brick and mortars to where you want your store to be. And then signing a contract, a lease to your store. As long as you come out of the mindset that it's going to take this amount of time to do. Okay.
Okay.
So what I like us to do, oh, actually we have 7 minutes and 36 seconds. Don't know what the hell that was about. But anyway, what I like you to do is close your eyes again.
Okay.
Okay. And we're going to go back into that vision just for a moment because I like you to visualize your brick and mortar and the store name. And whether or not I'm assuming you'll have staff because you can't do it all by yourself. You know, and all the customers that's coming in. And visualize this on a holiday because you're going to be busy. Holidays are usually busy for baked goods, like Valentine's Day, Christmas, Easter, Mother's Day, you know, whatever holiday there is, everybody likes goodies. So just have that in your mind's eye. And as you're in that space of visualizing, I also want you to be in the space of feeling the emotions behind what it is you are creating. And just recognizing the action steps that you would need to take so this can become your reality. And just be in that moment, that space for another minute or two. What I'd like you to do now is I'd like you to talk to me about your space. Talk to me about what you're seeing.
Well, a big holiday for shops is always like Christmas, Hanukkah, you know, that time of the year. And everything's all decorated festively and colorful, and fun music is playing, and everybody is just jolly and wearing silly hats to celebrate the season, and everybody's just happy and joyful and enjoying being in the shop and getting the goodies that they're getting.
Excellent, excellent. So take a breath here. Exhale the breath. And just open your eyes for a moment. And just be in the space of knowing that what you just visualized has already happened. Has already happened. The universe has literally heard your order because you placed it.
Oh.
Okay. Where do you actually live?
I'm right outside of Boston.
Okay. All right.
In Watertown.
And do you have a area of location where you would like your business to be?
Not precisely.
Okay, so that's your homework.
Okay.
To start putting the action
right
in regards to where you would like your business to be. And it could be a real simple action such as saying, which I do all the time, universe, bring me to my location to where my business will be. And see where the universe takes you. And you can be very specific. You can say to the universe, I would really like my business to be within my area where I live.
Right.
For now. for now. Now, as you were in your visualization, I don't know if you have this intention or not, but I'm going to just help you plant a little seed.
Okay.
There's going to be more than one location. Okay.
Yep.
There's going to be more than one location. I was trying to see if I can get the universe to give me an explanation on if it's going to be a chain or if you're going to end up doing a franchise. But that information is not being provided right now, but it will be in time. And what I just heard, if you ask this question on the next new moon, which is 28 days from now,
Yep.
you may very well get an answer. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because I believe that's what I heard. 28 days from now, ask that question again in reference. If references, is it a chain or franchise?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. And the reason why I'm probably not getting a straight answer right now, to be all honest, is because it's probably confused with my question. And it won't give me an answer to one of my questions. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. So it's probably a little confused. It's probably like, how, what? Yeah. So yeah. So that's what I'm hearing. But that's, yeah. So it's definitely more than one location that you're definitely going to have of this beautiful, I'm going to call it a pastry shop. Yes. And like I said, just ask the universe to align you to where your store is going to be. Okay. And also, while you're doing that, because the universe loves to go to work, you're also going to ask the universe if the universe can start to bring to you the right employees to work with you. You know, reference to how many employees do you need to have. Now, are you the one baking?
Yes.
Ah, nice. Excellent. Yeah, so you're the baker. So obviously you're going to need somebody who's going to be at the front, the register.
Yep.
You know, is your, and I don't know why I'm seeing it, is your little bakery, it's not little, is your bakery, does it have tables inside where people can come and sit down and have a pastry with some coffee?
Yes. Not too many though.
Yeah, because I'm seeing like small little table for two.
Yep.
You know, just a quick bite. You know, in fact, really interesting, and I don't know if it has anything to do with Valentine's